dangerous practices associated with the land that you feature, that you talk about in your work?
Well, I think there's a part about storytelling that is quite crucial to the work. So a lot of times it's actually meeting people and discussing with people. And there are different works that do that. For example, you have the work like Landversation, which opens up that kind of where you meet a lot of people that are really looking at the notion of land and that are really working within the spaces. I'm from the southern part of Nigeria, so the landscape there, we have oil. We have, there's also extraction of petroleum. And we are water and land people. So when you're really thinking of forest and water, these are very two crucial things to a specific group of people that live from that. If one of the elements is spoiled or is destroyed, you can imagine how devastating that is, because that's where you feed from. That's where that's your livelihood. So I was reading Ken Saro-Wiwa's book of 1 Month and a Day, I think it's called. And he was talking about him fighting with the government and also with Shell, and about the pollution of the landscape. And this has been happening since the 1970s, where the oil spills were in the landscape. And so it was something that, from where I come from, I understand what it means to be from a place that the water is so crucial, because that's where you get your food, the fish, where the plants that we eat, the afang leaves or dikaikong, or the specific leaves, the water leaves, are really coming from the water and the soil. And once that is gone, what do you do? So it was a way of talking about not only the story of Ken Saro-Wiwa, but also talking about a place that I know and I'm familiar with, to talking about the 18 drawings where you see someone mourning, standing in front of gas flares of smoke. And in the drawings, there's one of the works called Gift to the Next Generation, where you have blood spilling from the hand to the next hand. And it was just all the different thoughts I had of also distance, in Delta Stories, you'd have an aerial view. So it's almost like a map where you just have holes in it. To really zooming in and having the face of someone, to the someone standing on the land. So you're really going from multiple perspectives to talk about the work. And so the way of thinking about narrating or opening up conversations of people that you meet along the road that talk about things or places that you encounter is how can you have multiple voices, multiple ways of narration. So it's not just one way. There are many ways. There are also people that benefit from that. That means there are people that find it not so bad, that it's okay, at least we can have oil, and the oil is feeding the nation. So in a way, for some people, it's actually a good thing. For those that are living there, it's not. For some people that are living there, it's actually great. So you're having different voices that are contradictory at the same time, that are divided, but because they benefit from it in different ways and some don't. So how do you find ways of opening up within the work opening up the work in a way that can allow for all these multiple conversations to take place?
Is part of you opening up the work your performance? The performance elements that you have in your work?
I think the performance allows for something much more physical, that the drawings, or let's say the sculptures, the